What we witnessed at the WNBA Commissioner's Cup final wasn't just a competition between two elite basketball teams. It was a showcase of resilience, sportsmanship, and community spirit. In a night filled with both triumph and concern, one moment reminded us all of the human stories behind the headlines. The Indiana Fever, against the odds, clinched their first Commissioner's Cup title, staging a spectacular comeback to defeat the Minnesota Lynx 74-59. They did it without their brightest star, Caitlin Clark, who was sidelined due to a left groin injury. Even in her absence, the Fever played with passion and heart, demonstrating the depth of talent and the unity of a team refusing to be defined by one player. But the evening took a different turn during halftime, when Red Panda, the iconic acrobat beloved by basketball fans across the world, suffered a frightening fall in the middle of her performance. Red Panda, known for her mesmerizing unicycle acts and gravity-defying bowl-stacking feats, has been an integral part of halftime shows for years. She's brought smiles and awe to countless fans in arenas across the country. But on this night, the magic was interrupted by a harsh reminder of human vulnerability. As the crowd gasped and fell silent, concern swept through the arena. Medical staff rushed to her side, and for a moment, the competition on the court faded away, replaced by a shared worry for the performer who had given so many unforgettable moments. Athletes and fans alike held their breath, their hearts collectively hoping she would be okay. Among those who felt this deeply was Caitlin Clark, watching from the sidelines. Despite her own frustration at being unable to compete, Clark's focus shifted entirely to Red Panda. She sent a heartfelt message of support, sharing her admiration for the performer and wishing her a swift and full recovery. Clark's message was simple but powerful, reminding us that greatness is not only found in athletic ability but also in compassion. She spoke as a fan, as a person, as someone who understood what it meant to fall, and what it means to get back up again. This wasn't just a message to Red Panda, it was a message to anyone who has faced adversity, who has stumbled in the pursuit of their passion. Clark, no stranger to challenges herself, spoke from the perspective of an athlete whose journey has been marked by perseverance and grit. The Indiana Fever's victory on the court mirrored this sentiment. They faced adversity without their leader and still found a way to triumph. They showed the world what teamwork, preparation, and belief can accomplish. The $500,000 grand prize was a symbol of their achievement, but the true victory was in the resilience they displayed. The Commissioner's Cup is still in its infancy, but it's moments like these that give the tournament its meaning. It's not just another trophy, it's an opportunity for teams to rise above challenges and showcase their character. The Fever's comeback was nothing short of stunning. They rallied from an early deficit, locking down on defense and executing brilliantly on offense. It was a collective effort, with every player stepping up in Clark's absence. It showed the strength of their roster and the coaching staff's ability to adapt under pressure. But the narrative of the night belonged equally to what happened during the halftime break. Red Panda's fall reminded us that no matter how skilled, how seasoned, or how talented someone is, the unexpected can happen. Yet it also reminded us of the kindness and empathy that exist in the sports world. Caitlin Clark, despite nursing her own injury, chose to make that moment about someone else's pain and recovery. Her words carried weight not just because of who she is on the court but because of who she is off of it. Moments like these define legacies far beyond statistics and accolades. The Fever's win and Clark's heartfelt message both showed that the WNBA is a league built on heart, humanity, and heroism. Fans will remember this night not only for the scoreboard but for the example of empathy set by one of the league's brightest stars. The Indiana Fever's journey through the Commissioner's Cup is the story of a team coming into its own. They proved that they can compete with the best, even when facing adversity. They earned every bit of their victory with grit, determination, and teamwork. Clark's absence could have been a setback, but instead, it became a rallying cry for the rest of the team. Her leadership, even from the sidelines, was evident. She cheered on her teammates, supported them through every run, and celebrated their triumph. And when the spotlight could have shone solely on the Fever's victory, Clark made sure it also shined on someone else who needed it. Red Panda, beloved by fans for years, will no doubt return stronger. Her resilience mirrors the very spirit that Clark and the Fever displayed on the court. This is what makes sports more than just competition. It's the community it builds, the compassion it fosters, and the connections it creates. The Commissioner's Cup final became about so much more than a trophy. It became a night where hearts were opened, and humanity took center stage. As the Fever lifted the cup, they did so not only for themselves but for everyone who believes in perseverance. Caitlin Clark's message to Red Panda will echo in arenas far beyond that night. It's a reminder to uplift others when they fall, to lead with empathy, and to use our platforms to spread kindness. In a season filled with highlight reels and buzzer beaters, this moment stands apart. It shows that sometimes, the greatest assists happen off the court. The Fever will carry this victory with them, not just as a marker of success but as a testament to their resilience. Clark will continue her recovery, no doubt returning stronger, just like Red Panda will. And when they both return to their respective stages, they will do so knowing that they are surrounded by a community that cares. This is the legacy being built in the WNBA. A league where competition and compassion coexist. Where victories are celebrated, and setbacks are met with support. Where stars like Caitlin Clark shine not just because of their talent but because of their heart. The night of the Commissioner's Cup final will be remembered not only for the Fever's comeback but for the unity displayed in the face of adversity. For in that arena, basketball was more than a game. It was a stage for empathy, resilience, and shared humanity.